race to start.
All right, it looks like we are on the way. Just a quick, brief summary of what's going on. This is a Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer where you will find items from both games randomized in between both games. There are 4 designated locations that act as portals between each game or both games, respectively. And we'll have to see how these runners today are going to figure out the puzzle.
And as usual, they always head to Link to the Past to try to delve into items through there.
Oh my goodness, that's a hammer on the lake island. Wow. That's fun to find. All right, blue mail there in Link's house. Really good safety to find is one of the first items to pick up.
Now that's interesting. Commodore didn't have Sanctuary open to him, but Pansnick and Ovok did.
It may have just been a frame drop or something that the menu didn't come up while we were watching, but they definitely all have the same seed, so.
Okay, yeah, I might have just accidentally. and and Dad has a single rupee for you, Link.
You got Pansnick and Ovak Jam both doing the hula trick, while Commodore picks up the charge beam. Very nice find. And our first tier tree pole is some bombs. Really nice to find early on, especially if you're thinking about heading towards Kakariko, the South Shore, or even the back of Escape.
We got blue mail in the house.
While we did find a small key in the sanctuary, that does mean that we're going to find the map either through the Zelda section of the escape sequence or in the Dark Cross room, as well as in the back 3 chests of escape. So good to know that we will be looking for that item as well.
But the map isn't really necessary.
No, but it's just a way to kind of count your dungeon items and keep track of what you have left to look for in dungeons. All right, we got a super missile pack there in the Lumberjack Cave. So I don't think that we'll be seeing most people head towards Aga 1 for at least not for Lumberjack access. Charge beam in the front little hallway by Uncle definitely is going to help with some of the ammo requirements in Super Metroid.
And we got some mushroom missiles.
And power bombs. Nice ammo pickups there. Once we find the morph ball, we'll be able to get through quite a few areas at the beginning area of Criteria and Brinstar in Super Metroid. All right, so we'll have quite a few items coming up here in Kakariko Village. I think there's about 15 different items that we'll be able to find here. Now, Pansneck and Ovak Jam, who did the Houlihan rupee check to pick up that 225 rupees, are going to be able to do a couple more checks here, as well as buy additional bombs that Commodore may not be able to do early on.
Oh, we got the mirror in Teeb's house.
Nice. And quite a bit of Super Metroid ammo there as well. Early mirror is pretty nice to pick up. Helps with routing once we get our Dark World access. And Commodore is not going to have any issue with money now that say that, put my foot in my mouth too. All right, 5 more items here in the bottom of the well. Oh, hook shot. Nice pickup.
Yes.
A little bit of extra money, some bomb upgrades, more money, and another missile pack. And also, just real quick, gonna give a shout out to Link Force Zero as our tracker for this afternoon. It is pretty crazy to be tracking a combo randomizer, let alone all 3 runners by yourself. So thank you very much for helping out with this race today. Looks
Just
like we got some,
just
missiles. And Pantsneck opting to save his rupees and use his last bomb to come into this this bombable hut here to farm some bombs. Not a terrible idea since we do still have Zora to possibly purchase a progression item from.
So he can go into that house repeatedly and get bombs.
Yep.
Ooh, cane. Red cane in the library.
Very nice. So boots are going to be required. We're also going to definitely want to be looking to see if that's going to be something we need for Desert Palace access, as well as the Ganon Tower Big Key. So
Commodore is skipping the race, but Ovok's still participating in it. But maybe that heart might be the separator between a winning and a dying.
could be.
And now it looks like all 3 are pretty much diverging and going separate ways.
All right, first item there in the dam is a missile pack. Commodore is doing a really cool trick. Oh, looks like we got a map check. 5-6 crystal down in Desert Palace, a pendant in Eastern, and a regular crystal at Tower of Hera.
Now, which pendant was in Eastern?
Blue pendant, not green. But as I was saying, Commodore is doing a really cool trick. You can use the mirror inside of caves, but not dungeons, just caves or inside of buildings like the dam here. And when you're pushing a block, if you spam your Y button as you're moving the block, the mirror decides to kind of destroy the block instead of just allowing you to push it. So it kind of helps to traverse some of those cave areas and stuff that you may otherwise have to push a couple blocks around. Yo! Do you see what we found there in Mini Moldorm Cave?
That was Morph Ball, correct?
That was the Morph Ball. We also got an extra energy tank, another heart, a full heart container, as well as some ammo, just regular missiles, I believe, and arrows. Alvek Jam going straight for that Morph Ball. It's like he knew it was there.
Now the issue is, Commodore went back to Super Metroid, so he didn't bother checking Ice Cave, Ice Pedestal, so maybe there might be something there?
Yeah, there could be. There's also Sahasrala's Closet and Pantsneck over here giving us a look at the 2 desert items that we're able to check early on in the game at Gina's Cave as well as the Desert Palace Ledge. But Ice Beam, right there in Bridstar, across from the Lake Hylia portal, really nice pickup. Both of those beams are very, very great to have in Super Metroid. All right, Agina only holding a single missile pack while we get a check here at what did Commodore leave behind in Ice Rod Cave? Big 20. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, so far, I don't know that Pansneck or Avak Jam have actually shown us anything that Commodore is going to be missing out on. And with Commodore having headed to the Hyrule Castle and checked Uncle and the item just to the side of Uncle, picked up that charge beam, I would definitely say that Commodore has picked up an early lead. Obviously, anything can change, but definitely going to be keeping an eye on what Commodore finds here in Super Metroid.
Now, Pansec just got the Morphball, but question is, will he go back to Super Metroid?
Whoa! Ovak Jam finds the Pegasus boots and a pair of gloves in the back of Sahashula's little closet there. So definitely not going to be looking for those in Super Metroid.
And that's what Commodore missed. But he'll come back and do Eastern Palace anyway, though, right?
Of course, yeah.
But Commodore is heading up to Billy Mays. Able to pull off the invisible platform jump from the beginning.
Oh, gets his own pair of gloves. So now we know where both sets of gloves are. Still gonna need flippers, Aga 1, potentially, as well as Moon Pearl to be able to pick up that hammer for full Dark World access. So we may actually end up with an Aga seed. I guess flippers and that second glove from Super Metroid would also open up quite a few different ways to get over to the Lake Hylia area to pick up that hammer. And Pensneck making the move over here to the Uncle side of Escape. Going to be grabbing his charge beam as well. Commodore checking the Green Hill Zone for an E-Tank. Nice pickup.
Ovak doing the skeleton skip.
Ooh.
And getting red mail.
A red shirt to go with those red boots. Yeah. Another E-Tank there in the big pink area of Brinstar. Lots of energy going on in Brinstar today.
And a mushroom from the chest.
Very nice. We already know where Kane of Samaria is, so he may be thinking possibly saving that mushroom for a fake powder. And Pansneck doing a escape route for the Zelda section of Escape here. Pretty easy to do when you have hookshot because it helps you to stun some of those enemies. And Commodore going for the Spore Spawn early supers to check the Spore Spo skip. And he gets it with his last. Nice. He remembers he's got to go get another couple super missiles. There is an area behind the the spore spawn door here that would allow you to farm for supers as well. So you can't lock yourself in here if all you need is super missiles. But definitely very good foresight for him to remember to go and pick up some extra supers. And we're getting a check Bonkrux here. Just a missile pack. That's okay. And Ovak Jam now heading over to check the back of Escape.
Pansec just got the lamp from the escape.
Nice. That's almost vanilla.
Ovak Jam coming from the other way, but he doesn't know that the lamp's in the dungeon.
Alright, Blue Pea, Screw Attack, and Air First Sword. So that means that depending on what's here in Zelda's chest, there could potentially still be an item in the Dark Cross, or this could be our item in Zelda's chest, and the map for Hyrule Castle could be inside of the Dark Cross, which would save our runners quite a bit of time. I think Ovak Jam's going for a fake flipper. Ooh, get zapped. Alright, so having a super missile there in Zelda's chest, hashtag things in Zelda's chest, that means that the Hyrule Castle map for the dungeon is in the Dark Cross room, so Pansneck doesn't know that because he hasn't been to the back of Escape. He doesn't have a glove to be able to get there, but we will see that map check from Pansneck on his way through the Dark Escape here.
So Ovak's gonna go ahead and fake flipper and see what's around.
Yeah, and it looks like Commodore also got the wave gate glitch. I don't think that he found any progression there. I think it was just a piece of heart or something. And Mission Impossible also only having a piece of heart. We'll see what the old man under the bridge has for us here. And there's our map. Oh, bow! Yo, it's the bow! Ah, thank you, Trucker Buzz. Alright, and using that hook shot, able to one-shot the snakes, the rats, and the bats here in the escape area. So Pansneck's going to be able to easily finish through, pop here into the back of Escape, grab his screw attack as well as his sword.
Did we lose Commodore?
Looks like we are having a little bit of frame delay or possible disconnect. We'll change audio over to Ovak Jam. Oh, a bottle there at Zora's Ledge. So that definitely is another reason we'll want to be looking for those flippers so that we can check Sick Kid. That is the first bottle that we have seen so far this run. Pansneck also making the play over to Eastern Palace, the Hashula area. He'll be picking up his pair of gloves and his Pegasus boots as well. Now, does King Zora have a life lesson? I don't know. Yeah, that's not too bad. Some expensive missiles, but Ovak Jam hasn't picked up Charge Beam yet, so he's probably still thinking that's pretty nice. He did do a hard reset so that he could pick up his rupees again. Alright, so Ovak Jam here with his Super Metroid items and all the progression that he found in Link to the Past. Definitely going to be heading into Super Metroid to check a couple locations here now. Commodore appears to be heading to Edakuns, getting missiles there.
I think Commodore is issues are spreading to other streams.
And the bomb trees out there not having any progression for either game, just a little bit of trash pickup. Pansnick also making the play into Eastern. Got one more item location here in the Edakun's power bombs that Commodore is going to be able to check. Spring Ball at Terminator, really nice pickup for Ovak Jam. I know that Commodore went through the blue Brinstar area into Criteria. Oh, I'm sorry, blue Brinstar into green Brinstar. So he has not yet made his way up through the green Brinstar shaft to Criteria location. And the back of the Super Metroid Gauntlet having a 5-bomb capacity upgrade and some missiles. So I don't think we'll see our runners heading, well, at least not Ovak Jam, heading through that area of the Super Metroid Gauntlet.
And Panseg storing himself some red mail.
Oh, and there's a second sword item there at the missile location in the speed booster room of Brinstar. Ovak Jam, even though he has Morph Ball, he's going to do a save here just so that he can farm for the Mock Ball to green Brinstar Reserve. All right. And Pansnut going to be finishing up here without Bo from the hobo, which is currently out of sequence. He will definitely not be keeping that Eastern Palace progress.
So he will have to do a second dip into Palace.
Yeah, and during that reset, I think he loses his glove and his boots and his red mail because I don't think he saved before going into Eastern. So Green Brinstar Reserve only having an E-Tank, some arrows, a heart container, and a missile pack. But Ovak Jam is going to be picking up that second sword upgrade. So he's got his Master Sword.
Commodore finding out that he's got Spring Ball now and something left in Gauntlet.
Alright, and Commodore heading down to Bomb Chorizo. Pretty much Commodore and Ovak Jam kind of going over areas that each other have already checked. I missed that item that Pansnick just picked up here at the top of the red tower. I'll catch it on the restream. Oh, a good bee! Thanks, Link Force.
So he's got a bottle that he can give to a sick kid.
Yeah, definitely. So Ovak Jam being the only runner currently who has not gone into the uncle side of the escape, has not picked up his charge beam.
But he did just get Bloomerang.
Yes, blue boomerang definitely nice to pick up. Helps with stunning as well as collecting a couple items. But I did miss Pantsnet grabbed Gravity Suit there at the Alpha Power Bombs location. That's pretty huge, especially when you're so close to Wreck Ship already. But a little low health. Going into Wreck Ship with only one E-Tank could be a little scary for quite a few runners. And Commodore giving us a look there at the moat item is just 50 rupees. And just to give a heads up, Commodore has potential to pause their game for 5-minute breaks every once in a while. They have I believe a muscular thing with their hands that they occasionally have to take breaks while they're playing games. So we may see them take a couple 5-minute breaks here and there just to make sure that they're resting their hands. Right, so Pantsneck now with Gravity Suit. Curious where they're going to be heading. I would suspect that they'll probably go through a lot of the Brinstar criteria area just to possibly be picking up a few extra items. Once they finish that with Gravity Suit and Spring Ball, they may be thinking about heading towards Wreck Ship. Hovek Jam with the one single super to open up that Spore Spawn early item. Very well done. Commodore, having picked up their Gravity Suit, may be heading over to Wreck Ship now. Probably was thinking that was one of the only things that they would need. Pantsneck about to pick up their Ice Beam.
Now, why did Commodore disable their Ice Beam?
Because they don't want to have to deal with enemies freezing when they're just trying to kill them to get through areas and stuff. Because then you have to do 2 shots per enemy to get through certain areas rather than just a single shot that would kill most enemies. But we do know that because they went in and manually turned off the Ice Beam, that they will probably keep it in the back of their mind when they actually need it turned back on. Ooh, and Commodore realizing that they are going to need a super missile to get into the Spazer room here. Came down to kill that little pumpkin spine shooter to pick up that needed super missile. Very good memory to keep that in mind. So Ovak Jam here, heading towards Billy Mays, is going to be picking up their second glove upgrade. It looks like we got a medallion there in the Spazer room. What medallion was that? I missed it. Oh, Bombos. Thank you, Link Force, again. Oh, an Ovac gem going up this little shaft here without speed booster. I don't know if he realizes that he doesn't need to use a power bomb to open it up. The screw attack will actually break that bomb block for him, but power bombs work too. So, all right, Commodore, heading over to our first Super Metroid boss. Gonna be going through the Kraid fight. Oh, looks like Ovac got the jump. Yeah. Very well done. All right. Pansnick, having finished up with the Green Brinstar Reserve Room and the Mock Ball areas there, picked up his Master Sword and is on his way to the Edakun's location. Commodore heading into the Kraid fight.
Will we see a quick kill?
Probably, I would say so. All of these runners are capable and know how to do the quick kill, but
He's only got 4 super missiles, though.
oh, no quick kill today. Oh, Kraid is such a nasty beast. Alright, so Ovac Jam, having picked up their Titan's Mitts, that does give them access into the Dark World, but they don't have the Moon Pearl, so they're not going to be able to do very much while in the Dark World to really check very much. I think that Super Bunny Cave is probably the only item location that they currently have available to check without the Moon Pearl.
Okay, so Commodore, their screen skipped a little bit, so we didn't see what they picked up from Kraid.
That's alright, everybody's got to do it. We'll see it eventually. Alright, Ovac Jam checking one of our 3 or 4 different speed booster locked locations. Just 10 bombs, so that item is not going to require the speed booster for this run. 300 rupees from the Kraid E-Tank. And Commodore being our first runner to dip into Norfair, this will give them a few item locations that they can check, starting with the... Oh, they're going to go for a Mock Ball here in the Norfair area. Very nicely done, heading to Ice Beam. Now, doing these rooms in Norfair, the heated rooms without Varia, is not technically in logic in the normal tournament settings. So anything that they find here would technically be a sequence break. But oh, a bottle, nice. Oh, Pansnack. Oh wait, never mind. He doesn't have speed booster. I was gonna say go check Waterway, but shoot. Gonna get a peek here at Crumble Tower from Commodore if we are able to see the item. Ooh, an E-Tank. Yeah, they're not gonna grab it. I would suspect that if they had space jump or speed booster that they may go for it, but without one of those items that would help to get them over, they may be going for it with the ice beam to freeze the little flame guy. Nope, I guess not. All right. Alright, Ovactor, I'm grabbing that 50 rupees. If only he knew to go down into Red Tower, he could grab that gravity suit instead of trying for a continuous wall jump. Or is he going for the, well, he's not morphing, so I don't think he's going for the spring ball jump. Okay, so it looks like a couple bombs and a heart piece there in the high jump location. He is going for the spring ball jump. Ooh, really close. Alright, Commodore, our first runner up to Death Mountain. Going to be checking the 2 items at Spectacle Rock, and it appears that they will also be using the mirror to head towards Tower of Hera. Alright, your reserve tank up top. Let's check what's inside. Oh, that was really close. Ovac Jam almost had that.
So we couldn't see what Commodore got, but he did a real quick map check.
What do you mean what Commodore got?
In the cave.
Oh, no. You have to go jump down and then come around inside of the cave, so it doesn't look like we'll be able to see what it is anyways. Oh, Quake Moon Giant. Right there. That was lucky. Alright, great. Ovak Jam is heading towards the top of the red tower here. Going to be getting his bee in a bottle as well as the gravity suit shortly. Commodore making the run to grab the old man here.
Yeah, but without the lamp, it's a little more troublesome.
Yeah, so technically anything that they get from the old man will be out of sequence, but... Pensmith going to be picking up their Titan's mitts from Billy Mays here. Ovak Jam about to find the gravity suit.
He's probably thinking, well, I could have used this in the water part.
It's not going to help a whole lot in being able to do that jump very much faster, but it definitely helps with some of the water traversal in that area in case he falls down. And I did not see what the old man gave Commodore as I was watching Ovak Jam pick up their gravity suit, so... Thanks, Fred. Red Rupee. Thanks, Link Force. Alright, Commodore here using the hookshot to get to the East Death Mountain area inside a Paradox Cave with 7 item locations, first 2 of which are missile packs. Popping up here for 5 more items. Getting a little bullied here by some of these little mold arms. Alright, we got a piece of heart, plus 5 arrow capacity, a heart container, power bombs, and woo, morph bombs. Oh no, Pansnick got those blocks.
And Commodore with successful bomb jump.
I think Ovak Gem's gonna go for a... Oh, could do a gravity jump here. Especially with the spring ball, but... They are very determined to get over to Wreck Ship. It's a pretty tricky little move trying to get up here. And Commodora, not having been over to... Ooh, just about got that gravity jump. That was very close for Ovak Gem. Sorry, Commodore, not having been over to Eastern yet, though it looks like that may be where they're heading now. They haven't picked up their Pegasus boots, so they had a little bit of a slow time making it through Spiral Cave to pick up that piece of heart. A lot of people will sometimes call that Resident Sleeper Cave when somebody does not have the Pegasus boots, because it takes a while to get through there.
And what looks like Ice Rod on that ledge.
Oh yeah, Ice Rod behind the green gate in Lower Norfair. Yeah, that's a... Not quite sure yet if it's going to be required for Turtle Rock, as we have not seen the Dark World map check yet.
And it looks like Pansnick's going to get the old man.
Commodora, having picked up their Titan's mitts, checking into King's Tomb here. For the flute! Yo! Really, really nice find there. It's a lot of really nice route traversal and stuff.
What are we calling for this seed's troll item, though?
Well, we do already know where Hammer and Red Cane are. We have Hookshot and Bow. Possibly Varia, Speed Booster if it's required. Maybe one of the Ether Medallion dungeons. Ah, nice! Ovak Jam made it! GG, Ovak Jam! Woohoo!
And Pansnick's thinking, oh man, I gotta go over there and get that.
Alright, so activating their flute, Commodore now has a little bit better routing, as well as being able to head over and check a couple locations. Well, I guess they can't really do very much there in Misery Mire without Moon Pearl. Maybe Sick Kid's got the Moon Pearl? No, he does not, but he does have a really sweet sword. Maybe Pansnick's got the idea here with Moon Pearl in Hera. French vanilla?
Why would the sick kid have a sword in this bed? It doesn't make sense.
Who can say? Maybe he was a knight in his dad was or something. I don't know.
Varia in wrecked ship, and the part before.
Yes. All right, so looks like Dora did pop over here into Misery Mire. Did they check? No, they didn't check the medallion. Okay. All right, so Varia is not going to be our troll item. And there's Grapple. All right, power bombs. They're inside of Tower of Hera.
Yeah, compass and big chest.
Yeah, I believe that means that Moldorm either has a small key or the map. I think we've already found both dungeon items in Tower of Hera. Yo, fairy drop. Woo! Alright, E-Tank there on Desert Ledge. I missed that earlier when Pansnick checked. Oh, Ovak's got like another round left here on Fantoon. Really close to having that done. And it looks like boots were required for Desert Palace with the small key on the torch there. Pansnick finishing up with Moldorm. Very well done. Picking up the small key for his troubles. So the map is locked in the basement.
Yep, we saw Map earlier when he went down to the basement, but he was able to do that without falling.
Oh, so there is an item in Hera basement. So with the lamp, we should see him turn around and head back in. Yep. My bad. I thought he picked up something in that front basement room. Ovak Jam finishing up with Fantoon. Very well done. And Commodore is leaving Desert without finishing it. Why? Oh, no fire source. That's right. Haha. Alright, so the super missile item usually here in Wreckship is just a missile.
Alright, so let's see what's in Dungeon of Hera.
The basement. Nah.
Just power bombs.
We need flippers, we need Moon Pearl. It's probably gonna end up being like flippers as our troll item since we need it for hammer. Alright, Pensneck heading over to the right to East Death Mountain. Going to be checking out Paradox Cave, and may actually do Super Bunny Cave.
Pansec not hitting the middle grapple, instead going to top grapple.
Oh, Pensneck heading in here. You're going to use the mirror to despawn that block. And Commodore using the grapple that they found in Checkerboard Cave to easily pass over the moat here. Going to be picking up their various suit. Ovak Jam making the check to the E-Tank item location, or I guess it's the Wreck Ship Reserve. Let's see what it is that's over here today. Oh, going in strong. There it is! Shoot a super missile at the damn moon pearl. Yeah, you're not going to want to reset after that. Oh, is it an E-Tank? Thanks, Force. I was going to say, I can never remember. The reserve is the one above with speed booster. Yeah. It's been a while. All right, Wreck Ship definitely holding a lot of our progression necessary items so far. Various suit and moon pearl. And we'll see what's left here in the attic of Wreck Ship, as well as the upper lake area. Onto bowling and then gravity suit. Alright, so Pensneck finishing up with Spiral Cave here. We're going to see if they choose to save and quit. No? Alright. I think we're going to get a Super Bunny check. This will be super exciting. Do it. No, go! Come on! Man. Alright, Commodore up against Fantoon here. And getting our check on the right side attic item here by Ovak Jam. E-Tank. Nice pickup. Really, Pensneck's gonna head over to fight Kraid. We'll be able to see what that Kraid item was behind. One more shot! One more shot! You got it! Oh, it's so close!
Alright, so Madora going after Fantoon. And a pretty quick kill.
Pensneck picking up the single rupee for the lols. Alright. Ovak Jam doing his best to manipulate these little scooter bugs to allow him to check missiles in the sky. It's kind of a pain in the butt item to check without a space jump or speed booster, but don't want to leave something like flippers behind. Ah, piece of heart. No worries.
Oh,
Missiles there.
Quick kill.
Oh, no quick kill. Still, for not getting the actual quick kill, that was a very fast crate kill. It was very well done.
Okay, so it's just my bomb capacity.
Alright, no worries. And
And
Ovak Jam doing a little bit of bowling.
will he hit a strike or a spear or a gutter ball?
Commodore heading up here, gonna be finding their moon pearl. Ooh, X-ray there is the Chozo item here. Well, I'll have to see if Ovak Jam decides. Did he check the reserve item? I'm guessing he has, since he's not going back. Super is nice. Well, alright then. Maybe Commodore will check it.
And high jump pad bombs.
Yeah, bombs at the first location. I'm sorry. Bombs at the actual high jump location, and above here were also bombs with a piece of heart.
Ovak keeps getting stuck in that pit.
Alright, Commodore, I'm going to be giving us a check of this item here. Oh, big 20, alright. It's good to know. No Link Force, no Spring Ball. Alright, with Ovak Jam coming to Norfair with the Various suit, definitely gonna be able to do quite a few more checks.
Have they checked Turtle Rock or Mystery Mire to find out what they require?
No. I do believe that Commodore went over to the Misery Mire area, but did not actually pop over to the entrance to Misery Mire to find out what the medallion is that would be needed. Pansnick doing a really good job with an infinite bun jump here to get over the moat. Definitely one way to do that. All right, really good climb here by Commodore on these little scooter bugs. I guess they want that heart piece, but Pansnick had been up on Death Mountain and could have gone into the Dark World portal even without the Moon Pearl, been able to check 2 item locations as well as the Turtle Rock Medallion, but he did not actually go into the portal. He decided to go through Norfair towards Kraid first. So we still don't know anything about the Dark World dungeons, medallion requirements, or anything like that. Hopefully Olvek Jam may go through and check those now that he has Moon Pearl. And I think he should probably be thinking about heading over to King's Tomb to get that flute soon too, I hope. A lot of people will wait to do King's Tomb once they have the Titan Smith's boots and mirror with their Dark World access so that they can do the Graveyard Ledge, tie that in with King's Tomb as well.
Now Pansec not going to get buried yet. Is that going to check that room?
I hope he will. He might have forgotten that he could check it early. Alright, one more super for Kraid here. There we go. Nicely done.
Okay, so Link told me that said it picked it up.
Oh, okay. I was watching the Kraid fight, so I definitely did not see if Pansnick made that. I also just realized that I said pawn snake. Like I was speaking from a fancy language. A pawn cake. Alright, so nobody has checked the front of escape. Nobody has checked the criteria power bombs location. That speed booster or space jump. A lot of people won't do that, but they or Pansnick at least has the option to potentially infinite bomb jump up there. Pansnick did do the front of escape? What was it? I missed that. How did I miss that? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant Gauntlet. Gauntlet. The Super Metroid Gauntlet. And criteria power bombs. My bad. I was using the wrong word. Duh. My bad. All right, Commodore, heading to Village of Outcasts. This will be the first check that we've had of this Dark World area so far. They may opt to head up. Nope, definitely going to Village of Outcasts. I was going to say they may check Skull Woods first, but need to get that map check.
They probably won't bother with Skull Woods until they get to Fire Rod.
Yeah, but it's a very quick check for 2 items, and if they do the map check and see that it's a pendant, it may actually... There we go. All right, so 5/6 crystal at Ice Palace, green pendant at Misery Mire, and pod as our red pendant. So Skullwoods is definitely a crystal, but it is a fairly quick check. There's only 2 items in that dungeon, and the front of it is very loaded with quite a few chests, so it's not a huge time sink to check the front half when you can easily get to the back half once you do pick up Ice Rod. I'm sorry, Fire Rod. So we will need to pick up the Ice Rod that is behind the Crockermire Green Gate in Norfair, since Turtle Rock is going to be one of our crystals. Alright, now Avak Jam, seeing that Quick Medallion there in Spectacle Rock gonna pop down since we don't know either dungeon medallion requirement yet. Definitely want to be picking those up. Oh man, that's a lot of digs. I lost count. Ah, all for a blue ruby. Boo. Alright, so we are still on the hunt for our Fire Rod. We know where the Ice Rod is, so we at least have the no mode for that. We know where the hammer is, but we need flippers to be able to access and grab that hammer. So those are our two current known items that we need. Potentially could still require Speed Booster depending on what is at Waterway. Yeah. That is our current need information for what we are potentially going to have to pick up for our go mode.
Avok still needs to find Moon Pearl, though.
Ovak got Moon Pearl. That was at the wreck ship right here where Pensneck is picking up his Moon Pearl.
I stand corrected.
That's okay. Alright, Ovak Jam is coming here into Tower of Hera. He does not yet have either the lamp or the Fire Rod, so they'll go through and finish as much as they can, and then they will find out that there is a small key on Moldorm which will lead to an item in the Hera basement. We know that that is just power bombs, so it's not anything that's going to be locking out progression. Oh no, and then he falls down. Oh, Hype Cave, arrows, Big 20, shield, and magic powder. I did miss what the guy at the front had. We'll check it here. Oh, missiles. Ah. Well, magic powder is nice. Now we can hand in the mushroom that we found that will make it so that we can still do the magic bat and powder trick. So, alright, we're an hour and 10 minutes in. Looks like Pansneck is actually the only one so far to have picked up a crystal. And quite a few Super Metroid bosses, the same Kraid and Phantoon for all of our runners.
And Ovok falls.
Alright, one more try. You got this. Commodore being our only runner so far to have picked up the third sword, Moldorm can be a little bit of a pain. It's still a lot easier to do Moldorm with the Master Sword than it is Fighter Sword because you can do it just like that without getting the fast and rage cycle of Moldorm, but it's still kind of a pain.
And you could also use the hammer, and it takes a little less hits.
Right, the hammer does the same amount of damage as the tempered sword, but with the hammer not being accessible to them yet, still kind of a pain in the butt to do Moldorm.
Commodore going in and out of the fairy fountain.
Yeah, without flippers, when you have the moon pearl, you do the fake flipper, and then even with the water walk trick that they've got going on, having stored a dash here, without flippers, when you enter into that cave, it still kind of thinks that you're in a swim sequence, and so it drops you in the water. But then, so long as you have the moon pearl, you can exit and then go back in, and the cave puts you back up onto the ground. So it's a little odd, but it is required to have the moon pearl to do that trick. And the waterfall fairy there did not have any progression, so we're okay with not getting flippers until later for that.
And Kama not going for the bottle.
Yeah, using the water walk struts there, it's really hard to go from that level where King Zora is and then jump down the waterfall to land while you're still walking on the water. I don't think that there's a really easy way to do that without a fairy revival, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to do that as well. So also, since they have picked up a bottle, I think they're probably just counting on not worrying about that for now.
Bobak trying to do the bomb jump, but deciding to fall down instead.
Yeah. Oh, come on, get the medallion. Ah, they didn't check the Mr. Meyer medallion. Feels bad. Alright, and in the Meyer shed today we have arrow capacity upgrade and a big 20. Alright, bombos required from Misery Meyer. And we're gonna see Commodora heading towards Lower Norfair, using this right side Misery Meyer shed portal to enter just above the Gold Chorizo, or the original screw attack item location, for a missile.
Bobak just picked up the shovel and the little horn thing. Space jump?
Yes, yep, space jump. So we got space jump that would help with quite a few things, including access to wreck ship. And looks like a vanilla quake required for Turtle Rock. So we do have both medallions that are needed for our Turtle Rock and Misery Mire dungeons. Misery Mire being a green pendant can be a little bit scary. There are 2 items in that dungeon that are available, but making it 3 items with the green pendant. We have, with Lantern, where we know where Lantern is, with Lantern, we have the ability to full clear through Misery Mire and pick up that green pendant.
And Grapple Cave proved nothing of worth. Commodore having a little trouble getting through those blocks.
Ooh, blue bottle there at the floating island on Death Mountain. You know, if I was either Commodora or Ovak Jam, having seen that Turtle Rock is a crystal, having picked up Space Jump, as well as Varia Suit, I probably would be heading straight towards Crocomire right now. there's a lot of items that are available to check there, and picking up ice rods so we don't have to worry about getting that later is definitely something that I would have right on the top of my list.
Now, does Avok have the cane? Has he gone to the library yet?
He has not yet made it back to the library. I suspect that he may route that in as he's going through the Smith sequence. I think that's probably something that is a really good way to go about doing that, because you can pick up the frog, mirror, grab the cane from the library, and then head towards the Smith's house. Without Hammer, there isn't any reason to go to the Smith's area in the Dark World, because you can't do the Hammer check. So there's a couple different things that you can do to kind of route that in. Pensnick also popping over here to the sick kid, gonna be getting his tempered sword as well. That's everybody on the same sword level. And this is our first check into Thieves Town. I'm a little bit surprised somebody hasn't made this play already. Yo!
Speed booster in Thieves Town.
Very nice.
And a stair kill for that skeleton.
Commodore just remembering that they have a space jump, so they could just jump up that little area rather than having to try to freeze the little fire dude. Flippers! Yo, flippers in Cathedral. That's so awesome. All right, so we got Bugnet in Thieves Town as well. So Speed Booster, Bugnet, Small Key, Big Key in the front of Thieves Town, and Flippers in our Cathedral in the lava. That is definitely pushing Commodore straight back to Link to the Past.
Now, Commodore missed getting the ice rod, right?
Yeah, they did not head towards Crocomire yet, but grabbing Hammer is definitely a really big deal. I'm really excited to see how they're going to implement the tile hint system in the next version of the Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer, because we'll need to be able to see things like flippers are in the cathedral or something like that, how they're going to tie in the hint system with Super Metroid items as well as locations. Jam making real quick work of this Thieves Town here. We do have the small key that is required to get to the big chest, but without the hammer, we're not going to be able to access that. So if there is potentially a progression item there, this could be huge for Commodore, since nobody else has made it up to the cathedral area of Norfair yet to pick that up. So this is pretty crazy.
So I think Zora's Flipper will be the troll. I think that'll be the thing that Pansnick and Ovak Jam have to look for the most.
Yeah, as well as Flute if they don't think about King's Tomb. Oh, but Pansnick's right here doing graveyard checks, so he'll definitely be grabbing Flute soon.
Now, Flute isn't necessary.
No, you're right, but it is definitely much easier for traversal.
Or it might be because of Administrator Meyer.
Well, you can still get to Misery Mire through Lower North Air, so even if there is something behind Green Pendant or within Misery Mire, you can get there without the flute. Alright, finishing up with Blind there in Thieves Town, getting a big red rupee. So I think that map is actually in the big chest, so I don't know that there's going to be any progression that's locked behind Hammer in Thieves Town.
Headset getting the flute.
Alright, so swap into the mirror. Alright, he's heading to the library. He does remember that the Cane of Samari is here. So very well played, very well routed by Ovak Jam, getting to tie in all of these items here together. So alright. We'll be handing in the Smiths next. So I have this little like green frog backpack that I use sometimes because I don't carry a purse. So if I'm like going someplace that I'm going to be walking around a lot, or if I'm going to be someplace for a long time, I want to carry my wallet and my phone and stuff. And I'll take that. And sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, maybe I should name him Jeremiah, like everybody memes about calling the frog here from Link to the Past Jeremiah.
Is that the name of the Smith though?
No, it's the song Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine, you know. Everybody memes about that.
Yeah, but that's the Smith's not a bullfrog either.
Well, he's a frog. It's just a joke, you know. Nothing to take serious.
That's it. You could name him the frog from Chrono Trigger.
Glenn? That's not a bad choice either. Maybe.
Alright, so about having a difficult choice. What does he want, the cave or the chest?
He could have done both, technically, because you can take the chest into the Magic Bat Cave with you.
Now,
Really nice done with the fake powder.
Can you have the chest and the girl from 4 follow you? And the Smith?
Wow, silver arrows! No, you can only have one follower at a time. So huge to find silver arrows there, especially since Ovak Jam was the first one to find Bo. Now that Commodora has picked it up as well, he's going to be able to use that for Misery Mire if he ends up going to Vitreous. Wow. Like, Eastern's a pendant, Pod's a pendant, Misery Mire's a pendant. Pretty much anywhere that you would use Bo for one of the bosses is a pendant. What's on pedestal?
This is a really good seed so far.
Oh shoot, Fire Rod could be on pedestal. What? That's crazy. Oh no. Oh man.
And the Smiths are shield smiths.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say, was Pansnack one that got the magic powder? But I believe that was just Commodora that picked that up, so we're gonna see some hammer pegs and a double fake powder going on today. Now, for anybody watching who doesn't know how it works, fake powder is a trick that you can use by manipulating the game into thinking that you're using an item that requires magic, such as the magic powder, or in this instance, the cane of Samaria. What you do is you drain all of your magic so that anytime you try to use a magic item, you hear that sound that the game will give you when you don't have any magic and you're trying to use a magic item. It does require the cane of Samaria, and it does require the magic mushroom. So you drain your magic, stand in front of the pedestal there, use the cane of Samaria at the same time, switch to the menu as that error sound comes up, change to the mushroom, and then when you come back out of the menu, the game thinks that you've used the magic mushroom, or in this case, the magic powder, which would be in place of the mushroom in the menu at that time, and then it will allow you to sprinkle the powder, just like Commodore is doing now with the actual powder, to manipulate the game into thinking that you have access to the little magic bat fountain. So it's a little bit of a fun trick to do.
Now Commodore has the silver arrows, but only them and Ovak Jam have the bow.
Yeah, the bow is on the hobo, so
Yeah,
until you
okay.
get the flippers in Cathedral, you're probably either going to have to fake flipper or just wait until you get that to grab the bow. So the Hangry Canuck asking in chat, why does Ovak Jam have a different shield? Or why did Ovak Jam get a different shield? In this game, the shields are progressive. So whatever shield you find first, you get the first shield, or the blue shield. And then whatever shield you find second would be the second upgrade, or the fire shield. So if somebody finds shield number 1 per se in like Link's house, but then somebody else finds their shield number 1 at Eastern Palace or something, they'll both only get the first level of shield. Same as swords. Swords are the same. So if one person finds sword in one location, somebody else might find a sword in another location. Same with gloves and mail. All of those things are progressive. It depends on finding the item first, then you get the first level. Ovak Jam finally making the play into the escape, but he didn't go over to Uncle yet, so he hasn't picked up Charge Beam. Don't forget that, Ovak Jam. Purple chest is a big 20. I think that we already saw that, but I missed it.
Now, for those of you hearing Ovak Jam's the music in the dungeon, well, he just got a lamp.
Yeah. That is his fire source. He may be thinking now he can head back to Tower of Hera to check that basement item, as well as going into Misery Mire. A couple different things that he could be thinking. Desert Palace is now open. All right, so this is where Ovak Jam is going to see that ice rod, because he did not check this yet. So now he's thinking, oh shoot, let's go to Crackermire. Pansnick here, with his fire source, his Cane of Samaria, as well as already having Bombos, we may actually see our first player dip into a Misery Mire dungeon. There isn't anything else that's technically required. Lantern will do anything you need for that, for Misery Mire. So we'll see what he decides to do here. And grapple here at checkerboard. Ovakjam heading towards Ice Beam. We'll see if he then drops down to go finish up Crockermire area. Commodore's got the huge advantage here, having found the flippers. He's able to go into Swamp Palace here. He's got Ice Palace available with Bombos Medallion, because you can use Bombos to access Ice Palace without Fire Rod. And he is opting to just head straight back to the back of Swamp Palace, which is potentially a pretty big deal, depending on what he finds here in the Drowned chests, the Waterfall chest, and on Argus. The left side of Swamp Palace may not be required at all. All right, a map. So there's definitely an item on the left side. Whether or not it's progression, we'll have to wait and see. And Ovakjam is making the play over to at least pick up this E-Tank. He may proceed further down the hallway here towards Crockermire. And Pensnick, being our first into Desert Palace with a fire source, we may actually see this 5/6 crystal dungeon finished up as well. Depending on what we find dropping from Argus here on Commodore's screen, there could be both items on the left side of Swamp here. Doing a really good job with these Argai, little puffs on the Argus boss. Some people like to make a joke that Fantoon is the ghost of Argus. I could kind of see that a little bit. Ovakjam doing a really good job with everybody's favorite red 8-eyed lizard, Crockermire.
Now, if that's the ghost, then wouldn't the blue flame that he drops be the little
Exactly.
little white balls?
Exactly. Yep. That's the whole joke. All right, so having gotten a heart container from Argus, that definitely leaves at least one item and the compass on the left side of Swamp. So the question is, actually, did they get the big key? I know that they didn't open the big chest before they went to the back half of Swamp, so potentially the big key could be locked inside of the big chest. It could also be that the big key is on the left side of Swamp with a cool item inside of the big chest. However, we don't really know what's going to be there for a little while.
Could be fire rod.
All right, so Crockermeyer so far not having any huge progression. Pansnick's going to give us a peek at Landmolus while Commodore dips into Ice Palace.
Run mode for Ovak. Woohoo! Would have had to do a jump attempt to get over there, though.
Ooh, Ether Medallion. Not required for either of our medallion dungeons, but still good to find. Some arrows. And Landmo is finished on Pansnick's screen with a map. So Desert Palace is finished up for our runners. No other progression will be held in there. And this double Stalfos Knight gets the double kill. Very well done.
Okay, so Pansnick giving his mushroom away to get
Spazer.
Spazer. Ooh. Okay, what was that? I didn't see that.
It said something about how VTorp beat Angeneb, which is VTorp is one of the developers for the Link to the Past randomizer, and Angeneb has won the tournament a couple times, I believe. But it was just a message that said, "Did you know that VTorp beat Angeneb in a one-on-one?" La 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 la, something. Alice Colton chat asking, who's technically in the lead here? I would probably say that right now Commodore is in the lead because they have picked up the flippers. Avek Gem is about to find them as well. But it's definitely given them a little bit of a lead over the others to be able to access Swamp Palace, Ice Palace, a couple other things within Logic, as well as picking up the bow. But I mean, that lead could change very quickly for a lot of different reasons. So, wait. Avek Jam skipped the flippers? Dun dun dun.
He missed him. Maybe he'll go back and get him.
Hopefully. Keep an eye on that. But Pansnick doing the fake flipper has picked up their bow from the hovo there under the bridge.
So all three have white arrows, silver arrows?
Yes.
And Ovak picking up the cape.
Magic cape. I don't think we've seen what's on Bumper Ledge yet, so that could also have the fire rod. Would love to see somebody pick up the book so that we could check pedestal. All right, power bombs there in Ice Palace. We did pick up the big key, so we are going to be able to go through and check that big chest. I haven't actually paid too much attention to the key logic yet in Ice Palace to know whether or not Cold Star will be holding a key or an item, so we'll have to see. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sai990. Or is that an 8? I can't tell. The text is weird on my chat. Oh, that's a 0. Okay. All right, so I think that's the last small key in Ice Palace. So I think that Cold Stare has an item. Yeah, Pantsneck did get stuck there on the side of the Zora Hill, but oh, and he's gonna go all the way back. Oh no! I was gonna say he's saving himself a little bit of time by not heading over there. Ovak Jam doing a really thorough check of the Norfair area here, giving us a look at Wave Beam. They also still haven't picked up Charge Beam from the Uncle escape area. Big 20 from Wave Beam.
I thought Uncle was just a rupee and that the charge beam was in the chest.
The charge beam is in the chest to the right of Uncle, but it's still in part of the Uncle secret passageway area. I'm not saying necessarily getting it from Uncle. I'm just saying the Uncle escape area. Hey, there's Kena Burna on Cold Stare. Nice. That opens up Spike Cave as well as Magic Cave as logic to get us through there. All right, Ovak Jam, giving us our first peek into actual Lower Norfair, not just checking the one item from the Misery Mire portal. With Space Jump, they are able to head over to the left here towards Gold Chorizo. A lot of people may not know this, but Space Jump is actually required to get through this acid room here. If you don't have Space Jump, and you come over to this this chorizo here, and you get inside of their little claw paw. If you don't have Space Jump, the chorizo does not actually activate, grab a hold of you, and drain the lava. So it's a little bit of a requirement to come through this part of Lower Norfair to check the gold chorizo missile item. You can still check it from the gold chorizo room, but if it is something progression like potentially the fire rod, you would have to have Space Jump to get through to pick it up. Alright, and on to the Gold Chorizo fight. There is a very easy strat that you can use with this fight, just to stand inside of his foot as he's back behind that wall. It's pretty precise where you need to stand, and then you can just aim up with Charge Beam, as well as just aiming up and shooting with super missiles. Pansnick's got it up there on the top corner. Ovak Jam's just going for regular shots. Missiles will not hurt the Gold Chorizo, so it's a little crazy.
And he doesn't have Charge Beam to help him either.
Yeah, that's true. I think he was just hoping to kind of check what the items were in this room and then reset back to the beginning of oh yeah, and power bombs don't hurt him either. But then reset back to the beginning of Lower Norfair. Commodore with a really good Moldorm fight there. Not heading back into the basement, but they did pick up that small key. All right, Pansnick with no space jump. He's gonna try to get that infinite bond jump up to get this item check.
Poor Ovak.
Oh, that's right. Commodore doesn't have fire source. It's okay. They don't need that item anyways.
Can we get F's in chat for Ovak?
I want an A+ in chat for Ovak for trying. I don't like the F in chat. I know it's to pay respects or whatever, but I would rather have an A+. Alarm. Rude. All right, so go to Rizo. The items there, 50 rupees and a super missile. Not going to be anything that's super required. Space jump obviously not being needed for any progression like Fire Rod. But definitely quite a few more items here in Lower Norfair that we can look into. Commodore making their way over to Bubble Mountain to check out a couple of the items that are available for our progression here.
Hopefully that's not a preview of his red fight.
Yeah, that is Echo. It's the little emote that Link Force used. So all that jam has not made it over to King's Tomb yet, doesn't have the flute. So in order to get to the Misery Mire area, they are forced to go through the Lower Norfair portal. Like I said, flute is not required to get to Misery Mire. You can go through Super Metroid to get there, but having the flute definitely does make traversal through Link to the Past a lot better, much quicker, just because you can get to a lot of different locations much faster than having to go into Super Metroid, walk all the way there, and then come back out.
Now Commodore not using the grapple beam on Crocomire.
Yeah, that tends to break things, and it makes him look really sad to have his arm pulled off of his body, so I'm really glad that that did not happen. All right, this is our first look into Skull Woods. So far, it looks like we've just found a small key in the back here. Gonna have to head back to the front here, check a couple more chests, potentially find that it is locked. Whatever items that are available in Skull Woods could be locked in the back half. We'll see. All right, a map. We got 2 more chests that we can check. Oh, that's not where you wanted to use that key, but that's okay. Ooh, really nice use of the Bombos medallion here to take out those Gibdos. Pansnick could have avoided this room entirely by, instead of using the key to open this door that he's now heading back through, coming down in this room, if he had just gone left here and used the key that he had originally to open this door on the left. But it's just a little different routing, reversal, and stuff.
So it's not even necessary to go into that room.
Usually the only time that you would need to go into that room is if you fall down from the first hole that you come across in the Skull Woods area. If you don't find a small key in either the chest that he just opened or the room with the long hallways with the one Stalfos and the 3 Gibdos, then you have to go down and back around through that other room that he got the second key from. But you can sometimes avoid that room entirely if you end up finding a small key before having to go through that area of Skullwood. So, Ovac Jam using the bow and silver arrows to finish up Landmolus very quickly. Really nice execution there. Super precise with some of those arrow shots. It was very good to see.
He did lag a little bit.
Yeah. The sparkles from the silver arrows can cause a little bit of a lag on the screen. It makes it very pretty looking. But Commodora, haven't picked up the ice rod. Still looking for that fire rod. Oh, Commodora being our first player to hop into Meridia. With the exception of high jump and, well, I guess they could find plasma and high jump here, but those 2 items do make Meridia a lot easier. Some of the space pirates in this area aren't susceptible to any weapons outside of plasma. Ooh, E-Tank there at Main Street Missiles. We want to pick that up. But Space Jump, Screw Attack, Varia, and Gravity Suit, as well as Grapple if you need to check Shack Tool, Ice Beam, pretty much everything you need for your Meridia clear. So if you see where Ovac Jam just fell, this is the normal pathing for how you would go through Skull Woods. If you don't find a small key in this chest where they get the mirror shield, or this chest in the Stalfos and Gibdo room, which there is a small key, then you would have to go back down to the room where they got the mirror shield and head around to get that other key that Pensnick picked up. But having gotten the small key there, they're allowed to completely just skip that room below here to not pick up that extra key, which is pretty much just like using a key to get a key. So it's a little bit of routing backwards, I would say.
Handsack just picking up the flippers.
Alright, so Ovac Jam being the only one currently who has passed by the flippers there in the cathedral location. I'm not sure when he may go back to check that, or if it's even in his mind, because he went through and cleared pretty much everything else in Upper Norfair. Alright, the Wishing Well here, having an E-Tank and a Big 20. Commodore opting to pick up that E-Tank. Definitely a good idea. That does give him the 7 needed E-Tanks, as well as a little bit of extra health from the reserve tanks that could be required for the stand-up glitch if they decide to do that against Mother Brain. Pensnick I was gonna say maybe heading to check the dig location. I don't think we've seen anybody check that yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Link Force? Squall? Anybody?
Yeah, he it was dug at already.
Oh, okay. Alright, so this speed booster location holding an E-tank and some bombs. So I think Waterway is the last location that could potentially have anything locked for speed booster, which we found in the first chest of Thieves Town. Avec Jam finally making it over to Kings 2. I'm going to be picking up their flute as well. I'm hoping Link Force is going to remember, or I'm sorry, I was just reading chat, saw Link Force's name. I'm hoping Pansneck is going to remember where Hammer is. He is in the Dark World, and that's the correct way to get over to Lake Hylia. Oh, I think he's going for it. He was listening in on my psychic signals. All right, I think he's heading over to pick up the hammer.
The fire rod underneath Meridia.
All right, so I do believe that is our go mode for Commodora. They have what they need for swords, all of the items, including pretty much everything they need for Super Metroid full clear. So there is our go mode officially. Ped is dead, everybody. Ped is dead. All right, so I'm gonna guess that Avec Jam. Oh, where's he going now? Go to Cathedral. Go to Cathedral. Meridia. Yeah, I think he said Meridia. So Commodora, I guess, entering Go mode is thinking they just want to finish up and clear everything in Link to the Past first. That does afford them the ability to pick up some additional ammo, possibly look for a couple more things like Plasma Beam, a couple more E-tanks, just by clearing up all of the Link to the Past locations, including Ganon's Tower. Pansneck doing the exact same thing I did last night in Swamp Palace during my Rondo seed, meaning to throw the bomb to the left and then go right, but instead threw the bomb to the right. Whoops. So Avec Jam here is going to end up getting their fire rod before they get flippers, which could end up pointing them in the direction of Skullwoods and Turtle Rock before actually getting the flippers in the cathedral. At this point, I'm just going to assume that Avec Jam forgot about cathedral item, and it may take them a while to remember it if they check it at all. So we'll have to see. Ooh, Wave Beam. I missed Commodora picking that up. All right, Pansnick is looking to be heading to the left side of Swamp Palace, so we will be able to see what that last item in this dungeon is. He just flooded the key to. Or did he? Did he not? Did he not? Maybe he didn't. I guess if that door was open, then he didn't. Okay. Maybe I'm just crazy. Commodore dropping in to go up against our Skullwoods Mothula. Tempered Sword, Fire Rod, no half magic. That would be another really nice thing to find. Very well done on the Mothula fight, though. Alright, Avec Jam. You've got Spring Ball. You got this. Spring Ball. There you go. Very nicely done. Alright. So, Avec Jam still flippers away from being able to get into their go mode. Once they get flippers, they'll be able to pick up Hammer from the Lake Hylia Island. I was gonna say, please. Oh, no, don't do it. Don't go check Shactal. No. I have a feeling that he probably will, which makes me sad. I know, everybody else wants Shactal. Just like everybody else wants Pedestal. I always feel bad when a runner simply like overlooks an item location or forgets it and then they get lost, and I just want to hug him.
We already know that pedestal is nothing, though.
Yeah, but they don't know that Shactal is not. They don't know that Pedestal isn't. That was a very close to like 0 cycle Land Mollis by Commodore, but a 1 cycle, still very, very impressive. Very well done. Pansnick heading through the back half of Swamp Palace here. All right, so having found the big key in Swamp Palace, I didn't actually see where the compass was or what the final item in Swamp Palace was. I'm sure it's probably not anything important, but it would be cool if it was like plasma or something. Link Forest, did you happen to catch what it was? Dang it! Alright, Avac Gem. I'm assuming gonna be checking the right side sand pit here and then heading over to Shack Tool.
Is Obak not able to find that down entrance?
Sorry?
It looked like Obak was trying to find the down entrance and wasn't able to for a little bit.
Oh, maybe. It can be a little confusing from right side to left side. A lot of the times you just want to look for wherever the quicksand sand is falling and kind of go from there. But all right, Shack Tool coming up. Commodore here in Turtle Rock should be able to go mode this once they find the big key. They may check a couple chests on the way, just again looking for a couple of things, extra ammo, plasma beam, anything else that could potentially help them E-tanks through Super Metroid. Oh, thank you, Link Forest, for checking. All right, Alvac Jam. Gonna be picking up, or not. I was like, wait, gonna be picking up bombs from Shack Tool. All right, a compass there in the chain chomp room. Still looking for a couple small keys to make the Turtle Rock traversal a lot smoother. Ovac Jam looking to be heading towards Dragon. Still gonna be looking for those flippers. I really just want to give him a hug. Because I know where they are and they're not here. Alright, Commodore getting a little bit of a lag spike here. So many sprites on the screen can definitely make the game run a little slowly. Not having found the big key for Turtle Rock here yet, they're gonna check this the chest here in the lava room for the big key. How surprising. I'm pretty sure at this point it had to be there, but
Now,
right,
Obak could have microwaved the lizard.
without plasma beam, he cannot actually, and no charge beam yet either. In order to do the plasma charge X-ray, you need all of those things, and he only has X-ray right now. All right, missiles here at the Botwoon E-Tank. gonna go through and speed boost across the quicksand instead of trying to climb through the... With Spring Ball, though, it's fairly quick to go over the quicksand, but... I'm gonna do quite a bit of farming since there's not very many power bombs or super missiles that they have currently. Pan's Neck here in their blind fight, going to be going through this fairly quickly. Having a tempered sword still requires 9 hits to finish off blind, but having anything but master sword or I'm sorry, anything but fighter sword or just shovel, Cane of Samaria strats are not fun, but still master sword, tempered sword, or gold sword makes it quite a bit easier. You do have a longer reach with your sword to be able to hit blind. Commodore, never having gone through the Zelda section of the escape sequence, hasn't picked up the lantern yet. Makes these dark rooms here in Turtle Rock a little more difficult. Unable to see where the little directional pads on the little platform is, so some precise turning that you gotta do. And looks like he's making it through. Very well done. So 25 super missiles, but also has the grapple beam. I assume that we'll likely see Ovak Jam either go for short charge strats. It looks like he's practicing a couple here, or go for grapple beam strats. Yeah, going for grapple. Alright, Commodore on to Trinex fight as Ovak Jam is working to get Dragon down. Pan's Neck looks to be heading through the Super Bunny Cave. That's right, Larm. I don't think the Ovak Jam wants a hug from Dragon, though. Not to say that he necessarily wants a hug from me either, but... Commodore with a couple more hits here on Trinex. Very, very clean fight. Very well done. Still with quite a bit of magic left over too, so you can tell that was very well executed.
But only a red ruby from it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just a big 20. Ovak has taken quite a bit of damage, and Dragon hasn't dropped too much in health yet. Little cause for concern there for me.
He wasn't able to pull off electric current?
Yeah, he's trying to get the one in the bottom right corner instead of going for any, like the top left one or something that can take a little bit longer.
And Pan's Neck going through Grapple Cave. Alright, so now we can play a game with where the place Commodore is going into. 1 through 22 in chat. Where do you think the key is?
I forgot to start that. I'm gonna say the Fire Snake room like I normally do, or chest number 9.
Nope, not a.
Ooh, butter sword. Really good job there finishing off Dragon. All for a big 20. Still looking for those flippers.
There's 4. 6.
All right. I was close.
So are Ovak and Pansek gonna finish Metroid first?
Ovak might, simply because he's probably gonna be trying to think of what he may have missed.
And Commodore going through the hey, let's kill everything room.
All right, very good job climbing through the Ganon gauntlet here. Just has the Land Molest to go up against now. Getting a little bit of lag with those silver arrow sparkles. And that dumb Medusa's head spitting fireballs at you while you're trying to dodge rocks flying. Ah! Very well done, though. Actually, I'm doing a reset after having checked the plasma beam. Not finding any progression there. We already know that they're going to need to get the flippers from Cathedral and then pick up their hammer, but... Ooh, really well done getting the wizard rooms down. Gonna be heading through to the torch rooms next. Commodore doing a really good job with their Ganon climb.
He could have got the 4 better though.
Yeah.
Because he missed the 3 with the, or he missed 2 with the block, which you can miss 1.
It's a pretty precise trick. I still struggle doing that, but then again, I'm not as good as some of these people at this game, so...
Alright, Commodore getting the shame magic jar.
I say there's no shame in grabbing those.
Yeah, but there's one later that he can get that's better.
Right, but if you're low because you were trying to do the Wizrobes with Cane of Samaria and you need that magic pot to do the next torch room, sometimes you want to pick that up, especially without half magic.
Yeah, this is the room with the magic jar.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a hover? Nope. Had a good kill on his part.
All right, and we are on our way to our first sighting of Aga without needing to do an Aga 1 seed today. Aga 2 is going to be our first check on this silly little geometry wizard. Getting a pretty good pattern here on their first. Oh, almost got the got the double. Almost could have had a triple there. Another double. Very well done. One last go. Oh, goodness, single there. Could have had that double again. Yeah, that was a really weird pattern there for that one. One more. You got this. There we go.
So 220022 or 221022.
Well, that would be like 7 or 8.
I think Link Force knows what I'm talking about.
Oh. Alright, Butter Sword, Silver Arrows, Ganon. This is going to go very quickly. You're only required to do 6 hits per cycle. Ooh, very nice getting through those fire bats. It's a little tricky to get through that. Ooh. One hug from Ganon and they'll be pretty low, but now that they're on to phase 3, this could be without an issue, so. Alright, Pansneck finishing up with Bot's Room. Going to be heading over to Dragon. And it looks like Ovak Jam is sequence breaking into Ice Palace without having picked up their flippers yet. I think they're going to end up getting locked without Hammer, I think. Or I can't remember where the big key was for Ice Palace. One more arrow.
The big key for Ice Palace was in one of the upper chests.
Yeah, okay. So I think they, depending on which one it is, may end up being hammer locked here in Ice Palace. Let's get 1G in chat for Commodore having finished up their Ganon fight. Now they just have to finish up Dragon and Ridley. Wouldn't take them very long to go through and get that done, especially with some of the portals that are available. Alright, Commodore heading over here to the Dark World Iced Rod Cave. This is a portal that will send you just past the Botwoon boss area from Meridia, and it'll put you right before Dragon. So it's a really quick location to the backside of Meridia. So it should be very quick for them to hop in to Meridia, finish up Dragon, and then we'll see them heading over to Lower Norfair to finish up Ridley. Endless Tundra in chat asking, Northforth Runner? We have quite a few people who are in attendance at TwitchCon or GDQ Express, so we're a little bit short on runners for the run today, and possibly even tomorrow with all the con events going on right now, but we are still enjoying the 3 runners that we are watching currently. They are doing a great job. We're going to have a little bit of synchronized Dragon fight going on here between Commodore and Pansneck. Elvac Jam jumping one more time into Lower Norfair. Probably going to be clearing that out, looking for those flippers.
Now, regarding the Ridley fight, is chat okay with us counting?
Counting?
Yeah, counting the number of missiles to...
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
I tried that last week and somebody called me out on it in chat.
Well, it's just that, like, if Commodore or Pansneck are doing something, then I don't want to, like, have to be like, oh, wait, hold on, stop counting. I want to talk about them finding the fire rod or something like that. It's just counting all the way to 30. That's a lot. Especially if they miss and then have to deal with swoops and then waiting for tail spikes, and that's a lot. Right, Commodore finishing up with Dragon, seeing that big 20, and they're like, all right, I don't need that. Let's go.
What is Obak doing?
He is trying to get a wraparound missile shot to open up the door towards the Super Metroid Gauntlet, so that he can do a speed boost across without having to come all the way over here. It's a little fun trick that you can do. I do think it requires either charge beam or plasma. I don't know which. I don't really know how exactly it works, but he was just trying to open this door from up there so that he didn't have to open it earlier. There's a trick that you can use to get your, I think it's wave beam and maybe plasma or something, to get your beam to kind of like wrap around the screen so that it opens the door from the other side. It's like a camera manipulation kind of glitch.
Okay, so Commodore went back to Link to the Past.
Yeah, so they're going to go to Misery Mire to hop into the right side Mire's Shed portal to send them to Lower Norfair to finish up Ridley. Yeah, Link Force is correct. It's much faster to go through Link to the Past, take the flute to Misery Mire, and then just hop in the portal there. And Commodore are doing a quick little farm of the Rippers here. The red Rippers are guaranteed pretty much to drop super missiles, so it's a nice way to kind of increase the super missiles that you have to get you through the area of Lower Norfolk here. It's one of the better weapons that you can use to get through here. Pantsneck does see that fire rod, though. And once he picks that up, if he remembers where Ice Rod is, it should be very quick for him to go through and pick that up as well. You're doing a really cool trick here with the bomb jumps.
Can he get it though?
If not, I'm sure that he can do the wall jumps, the Alcatraz escape tech. It's pretty easy. Took me a while to get it the first time, but he gets it first try. What? That's just ridiculous.
Did we switch audio sources back to Commodore? Oh, plasma beam. Alright. Good hit for the alien kill.
Oh no! So Plasma was it. Power bomb's a shame. Nice. Right, Pansneck thought about going into Misery Mire and then decided not to, which I'm glad for. I'm thinking that they probably didn't see Ice Rod, or they forgot where it was if they hadn't seen it before. And Pensneck also going for the Power Bombs farm of the Super Missiles here off the Rippers. Very well done with Ridley.
Not picking up red meringue because not needed.
Lauren wants the red meringue. We're going to check out what's here at the Firefly spot. Piece of heart. Pizza heart. I heart pizza.
You shouldn't. Sushi is so much better.
I heard sushi too. Those like two entirely different things. I appreciate all kinds of foods.
If you think about it, though, fish or sushi is fish pizza.
It's more like a fish calzone or a fish wrap than it is a pizza, because pizzas are always flat.
And sushi's not flat?
No.
Haven't you had the shrimp on top of a piece of on top of the rice roll?
Yeah, but it's still not flat. Not like a rice cake with fish on top, you know?
Okay, so using that logic, is a pancake like a pizza?
Yes, it's a breakfast pizza. Because you
Okay,
don't roll it
so
up.
it's a cake then assigning cake to fish. Sushi is pizza.
I disagree, but anyways. Alvac Jam on his way to Ridley. Pansnick following shortly behind, just finishing up with the big key room. Key hunters. And then on his way to the Metal Pirates. Commodore just needs to take the portal back to Link to the Past. Will likely save and quit from there and then do a hard reset to the Super Metroid menu, which will then put them back to the ship.
Well, Iris, she admitted it earlier.
What?
That you were tired.
Well, I just woken up. Now I've had breakfast and coffee, and I got to commentate. I'm not sleepy now. Alright, Alvac Jam finishing off Ridley with a couple more super missiles. Also making sure to use a couple regular missiles just in case they missed a couple shots or didn't get enough. Still missing that charge beam from the Uncle side of escape, but gets Ridley down. Very, very well done. As much as I'm hoping that Alvac Jam's going to make it over to Cathedral to pick up their flippers so they can get Hammer, I'm also really hoping that they're going to head back to the Uncle side of escape to get their charge beam.
Did we change audio channels?
No, it's the Torian music. Technically, there isn't any music in Torian. It's just the sound of the lava and the Metroids and stuff, so.
No, we had it on Alvac Jam's stream earlier, and then we switched back to
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I didn't make the change, but since they are in the lead, we do want to have their audio playing. Maybe the Reed streamer or somebody changed it. All right, Pantsneck finishing off with Ridley. A very nice fight. Still with a couple super missiles left over, so they were able to manage their ammo very well. Must have got quite a few hits off. And Commodore going against these pesky Metroids. I hate getting snagged by them because I have such a hard time getting away, but they did a very good job there. On to the baby Metroid. Will we see a baby skip today?
Probably not. He's on it right already.
All right, so between the two runners, Pantsneck and Ovak Jam, we have Pantsneck on the hunt for that ice rod. Ovak Jam looking for the flippers so that they can also pick up their hammer from the Lake Hylia Island. Technically, they could sequence break that. Well, I mean, it's a little harder to do in the Dark World to sequence break flippers, so I guess maybe they can't do that. Either way, flippers are going to be required for Swamp Palace anyway, so he is going to be made to pick those up somewhere.
Commodore, we're not even bothering for sub skip.
Yeah, it definitely has enough ammo, and with plasma and charge beam, definitely no issue with being able to go through and finish up Mother Brain quite quickly. Having 8 energy tanks and a couple reserves, I am wondering if we're going to see Commodore go for the Zebs, or not the Zebs, the stand-up glitch. Alright, so they're getting a little low on their energy here. If they don't take a hit from Mother Brain until the first Hyper Beam from Mother Brain, they do also have the energy available in their reserve tanks that they can use to fill back up to 7 energy tanks. But we will see how this goes. They may just opt to go with the regular Baby Metroid refill. Ooh, got snagged by that.
And Ovak finding the flippers finally.
All right. All right, so now they've got to go pick up their hammer. They've got a couple dungeons to catch up on Swamp Palace before they're actually caught up with Pantsneck, but with that information of where the flippers are, they're going to be able to pick up their hammer and quickly finish Ice Palace, Skull Woods, and Swamp Palace.
Alright guys, get ready for spamming laser mode.
Laser mode!
It's not yet. I'm going to count down to it.
And just to let you guys know, Olvac Jam in the race chat, right after finding those flippers, he made a comment saying, just for the record, ugh! You can tell that he's feeling a little bad about that, but he also ended up porting to the wrong place. He's gonna be hopping back to, need to go to 4. Go to 4. No, or 3. Okay. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have a hammer yet. So he's got to go to Kakariko Village to go back to Village of Outcasts to then head back to Lake Hylia. Man, having hammer makes routing so ridiculous. All right, Pansneck checking through a lot of these bubble mountain locations, I suspect will likely be heading towards Crockermire shortly. If he sees the ice rod ahead of that, then I think he'll probably skip Crockermire completely and just go straight to the actual ice rod. You don't have to beat Crockermire to get to the Crockermire location. And
3, 2, 1. Laser mode.
Blaze mode. All right, very well done by Commodore. Good, quick mother brain. Just have the escape sequence to go through now. Without high jump boots, it can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes the frames won't accept certain inputs if you're on emulator when you're going through the escape sequence, just because the explosions and whether or not there's space pirates in the room. Space jump will sometimes not actually allow you to fully jump, and it can be a little bit of a nuisance. Olvec Jam looking to get bullied a little bit here by some of these Gibdos, using the silver arrows to finish them up. Making sure to save the magic that they have to get through this torch room. Commodore, easy, making it through. Alright, going for this escape spark. Gets it very nicely. Easy escape mode.
Save or kill the animals.
I suspect that they will probably not save the animals, but they might surprise me. Since nobody has finished first, they may be thinking, I don't want to take the time to save the animals. Oh! Are they doing it?
Oh, he's yes.
I've seen a couple people go down like they're gonna save the animals, and then they just go back right up, and I'm like, aw. Yay! Animals are safe! Woo! Hello. Like, I just wanted to come over and be like, thanks, Samus! And then run off. That was really awesome.
Still 2:48, 46, 54.
Yep, official time of 2 hours, 48 minutes, 51 seconds with an improved personal best by 12 minutes and 47 seconds. So big GG to Commodore finishing first place there. Pansneck doing the single shot of plasma charge beam to Crockermire, forcing him one shot to dip back to that lava. And Olvec Jam heading over to the Dark Lake Hylia, going to be using their mirror to pick up that hammer, which will then put them in go mode. Pansneck over here in the Crockermire area, getting the right idea, but just needing to go pick up that ice rod. All right, and Olvec Jam also entering go mode. Just has a couple dungeons left: Swamp Palace, Ice Palace, and Turtle Rock. Should be fairly quick for Olvec Jam to go through and finish that up. Pretty much in go mode, not even going to be looking for anything other than big keys, and then on their way to the final dungeons. And Pansneck also entering his go mode, picking up the ice rod here from the Crocomire location.
I thought Ovak was in here and did a dip already.
Yeah, they did, but it is hammer locked to get the big key, as it's on the right side at the top, which requires the hammer to get past. And Commodore is going to pop into stream chat here just in Speed Gaming 3 just to talk over the seed if we have any questions or if chat has anything to say besides just GG and great job. They are feeling a little under the weather, been sick lately, so they're not going to do a voice interview with us today. But once they come into chat, everybody just make sure to grab some GGs and everything. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And just while the runners are going through and finishing up their last dungeons respectively, each one of them kind of doing things we've already seen, I just want to make sure real quick to shout out our runners, Commodore, Alvec Jam, and Pansneck for racing with us today. It's really always a pleasure to commentate and watch these weeklies. Make sure you guys give them a follow. Hop over to their page if you've enjoyed watching. And yeah, make sure you support our racers today.
Ovak Jam using bombos to get rid of the casing. Almost had them trapped in the corner. Good job for Ovak, getting that pretty fast kill on. And Pansneck fighting the moth.
Alright, so each of our runners has 2 dungeons left to complete. We've got Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock for Avak Jam. Pansneck has Ice Palace and Turtle Rock to complete. Avak Jam has a little bit of an advantage just simply because with Swamp Palace, you're not required to get the big key, which we know is on the left side of the dungeon. He's going to be able to basically just jump in, head straight to the back, kill the boss, and then head to Turtle Rock. Pansnick, on the other hand, is going to have to take a little bit of time just to kind of route through Ice Palace. You don't need the big key, but you still got to do bomb jumps and kind of like do a little loop around to route to the area where you can to go through, rather than just simply like hook shot to the boss, pretty much. So Ice Palace routing is a little bit longer to go through than Swamp Palace, but should be a pretty close race here for second. Well, Link Force, not everybody knows how to do bomb jumps, okay? Sorry, go ahead, Squall.
Why don't they just call that the palace that Obok's in? Why don't they just call that the water temple?
That's a good question. Sorry. I've always kind of wondered the same thing. I mean, I get that Misery Mire is actually called that, and I think that Swamp Palace is also called that in like the game manuals and stuff. But Water Temple seems a little more intuitive to me, but I always used, before I started getting into Randomizer and actually found out that Misery Mire was called Misery Mire, I always called that the Swamp Palace. So oh well, it's hard to say. I wasn't, around.
We didn't make the games.
Exactly. I wasn't working for Nintendo at the time that they made this game. Not that I work for Nintendo now, but oh my gosh, I hate this escalator moving floor room. All that Jam, I think, opening a couple chests as he's going through some of these dungeons, hopefully picking up Charge Beam, but we know where it is, and he's not going to find it here, so.
Charge Beam is necessary, though, right?
No, it's not necessarily required, but if you're concerned about the ammo count that you have in Super Metroid before going to Mother Brain, having Charge Beam takes that weight off of your shoulder, because you are able to use Charge to damage Mother Brain rather than having to use missiles or super missiles. Just a regular beam will not hurt her, and if you don't have enough missiles or super missiles, then you could potentially soft lock. And welcome and GG to Commodore in chat. First place winner. Very well done. I was surprised to see that you did not take a break today, and I mean, it definitely paid off. Lamp was in the second chest of escape, so just before Zelda's chest. So it was pretty early to find. All right, Avec Jam having finished up Swamp Palace. Pansnick now dropping into Cold Stare. This is going to be a very close race. Cold Stare with Tempered Sword is super easy. A little bit of extra magic left over having used Bombos instead of Fire Rod. But this should be a fairly quick fight.
And Commodore, thank you for saving the animals.
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much. We're pretty hyped and excited to see you doing that. Yeah, Commodore pointing out that pretty much all of our pendant dungeons were not required. I don't believe there was anything in... Oh, maybe a medallion in Eastern that was required. I think that was all that was needed, but at least not having to clear the whole dungeon. All right, Ovec Jam picking up their first small key. I believe another small key is on the right side, as well as the map. Yeah, Commodora. He did the escape sequence area, so he does have the lamp, but he did not go to Uncle. So that secret passageway with the charge beam, he has not gone into yet. We have seen him opening a couple extra chests just through Swamp Palace and Ice Palace. I think just picking up ammo or looking for that charge beam, just in case they need a little extra ammo boost on Mother Brain. So we'll see when they get to Super Metroid what their ammo looks like. Right, Iris? I agree. Apparently Ovec Jam does. Yeah, plasma was really free, but having plasma without charge is a little more unusual. You don't see that as often. Gosh, chain chomps always make me anxious. I forgot that I was holding my push to talk button as I was holding my breath, like, but we made it through. All right, so this is really close between Ovec Jam and Pansnick. It's going to come down to a little bit of execution, as well as potentially the routing that people take in Ganon's Tower and the Ganon Tower Gauntlet. So we will see how this all goes. Pansnick taking the long route. I don't know if that was intentional. I'm gonna guess probably not. Ooh, this is gonna be quick. Oh, that's odd. That's an odd way to do that. GG's again, Commodore, also on your PB. That's a pretty impressive PB to have that by almost 13 minutes. So really well done overall. Good routing, good execution, and hopefully your hands are feeling good. Make sure you ice them down. Take a break. Little trouble from the Hokubokus here for both of our runners. Oh, Ovec Jam with the mirror shield. Yeah, fortunately, Commodore, you were the first to find flippers. Pansnick found flippers second, but didn't see where Ice Rod was, so that was their go mode item. Ovec Jam went through Cathedral, but never checked the lava item, so they had to do quite a few additional checks on top of heading back into Cathedral to get the flippers later on. Still kind of makes me smile a little bit that Ovec Jam has the lantern from the Zelda section of Escape, but not the charge beam from Uncle. Alright, there's that small key for Avik Jam. Still looking for that charge beam, or potentially just more ammo. At least he gets some missiles, so worth it. Pensnuk following right behind. I don't think that he will be looking for any extra ammo once he does pick up that small key. I'm pretty sure that the right side of the Ganon area from the first two checks, or the Hope Room, had some rupees and the compass. So I suspect that both Avik Jam and Pensnuk will be quite quick in finding the Ganon Tower big key. Oh, Pensnuk. There we go. All right, Avik Jam getting the ice head just before dropping the ice on the floor, but running out of magic, getting bullied by the middle head there. All right, gets it down. Oh, so there was a small key over there. Yikers. Okay. I think I was thinking about my seed last night that had rupees and a compass. All right, Avik Jam finishing up with Trinex, collecting their 7th crystal. All right, Pensnuk, haven't grabbed that small key, just as I predicted, heading straight to Trinex. Powder anti-fairies here real quick, fill up their health. Very nice choice. Oh, I was going to say, Avik Jam went into the menu. Is he going to get Samaria? But he is heading to the left, so it should be fairly quick for him to find that big key.
Oh, Ovak was able to make it to Tower Repair first.
There you go. Now you have it all. Lit up, Commodore.
Pensnuk having a little bit of trouble with Trihex.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, please have a potion. Please have a potion. Alright, final neck of Trinex here in Total Rock as Avik Jam starts their Ganon Tower Gauntlet climb. High jump boots could have been on pedestal. Nobody checked pedestal because we never found book. We were hoping the fire rod was not going to be on pedestal. That would have been pretty sad. All right, Pansnick gonna grab this. I believe it's a piece of heart. Oh, that's right, blue potion. Very nice thought to pick that up on their way up to Ganon Tower. Especially having used one on Trinex, that's a good pickup. Ovac gem with a really good land mode too. Got a good collection of them right there. All of them coming up with the butter sword, being able to do one spin cycle and a couple slashes to finish that off very quickly.
I'm not getting a clean kill on the mages.
And opting to go with Lantern. There can be some tricky things that happen with the, I believe, the fire rod when you're too close to the lantern on, or the torch on the right. That the iframes, the flame will actually like fly over the lantern. Oh no! Shoot. The flame will actually like fly over the torch instead of actively actually lighting it. So some people choose to go with the lantern just because it can be a little bit more. Oh, maybe it's the lantern that does it. Something. One of them does something. I prefer lantern just because it doesn't take as much mana or magic, and I suck at torch rooms anyway, so I fall a lot. Oh, and getting the really good strat to light the top right torch while you're just like right on the edge before hitting the bottom torch, so you don't have to worry about heading back to the right. Ooh, small key. Pantsneck heading full right. I didn't realize. Just paying attention to torch rooms instead. Alright, so I guess it is the lantern, not the fire rod. Makes it kind of tricky to light to the right, I think.
And Ovac falls to second Lildorm.
Alright, and on to Aga 2 for Ovid Gem. Pensnick picking up a couple extra items here just to find that he needed to go to the left side of Ganon Tower. Right, I get 2 finished. Pansnett coming up on the Stalfos room here in Ganon's Tower, going to be finding their big key and then heading on their way up to the Gauntlet Climb. Avik going to be finishing with Ganon shortly, having the Butter Sword, Silver Arrows, and as well as their Red Mail. Going to make this a quick fight. And then onto Mother Brain we will go. Oh, half Magic and Pod. Lovely. Avik Gem getting a good placement for Ganon here to be able to do some dash pokes. Getting bullied by some fire bats though. Pansnick taking the hits from the spikes so that he can hit those mimics a little faster. Very well done with the Mimic 2 though. Looking for, I believe, a couple extra hearts, maybe some more arrows. My gosh, so many teleports. I feel like there weren't that many teleports for Commodore.
A G for Ovak Jam.
Yeah, let's give 1 G in chat for Ovak finishing up Ganon. Very well done. No damage from 3rd and 4th phase. We'll see a quick save and quit, and then they will reset over to Super Metroid. Pansnick using the hook shot as a way to stun some of the enemies so that he can finish them up in the gauntlet area here. But also, fortunately, using that hook shot to try and stun some enemies also allows you to become somewhat invulnerable to damage so long as the hook shot is coming out and going back in. That the iframes will just not allow you to take damage during that time. So it's kind of a nice way to go through and do that, even if you weren't intending to use it that way.
Ovak now heading down to Turian.
Oh no, you left a Metroid behind. 2 of them. Go back and get it! Ah!
He was doing that on purpose.
For what purpose, though?
To drain more of his life so they can baby skip.
Maybe. Alright, going with power bombs. I would do the same thing. We checked Shack Tool Commodore. Actually, Ovek Jam did because he was still looking for flippers. I think it was just 3-bomb. Oh no, Pensneck also got knocked off the ledge by Moldorm.
Penstek was trying hammer strats.
Yeah, but with Butter Sword, it's much faster. Ovek Jam did check Plasma. I mean, Ovek Jam did a lot of checks looking for flippers.
Oh, look, not even bother to try and baby skip.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Is Penstek gonna hover? Nope.
Yeah, I don't know if any of these runners know how to do hover, which is totally fine. You don't have to do hover to beat the game. So
I remember that run about a month or so back where that guy kept doing it just to troll chat.
well, there's a couple of the runners that do it as practice when they know that they're already gonna lose or something. Maniacal did it for like a good 25 minutes. I was solo commentating, and he did eventually get it, but then he also wanted to do regular charge beam shots, no plasma, no ice, nothing on Mother Brain. That's like 200 charge shots. It's a little ridiculous, and I was really hungry. It was pretty funny though. It was a good time. I enjoyed it, but I was still just like, come on, Maniacal, I want to eat. All right, Ovak Jam saving just before Mother Brain. Always a chance that could potentially be a soft lock depending on how many missiles or how many hits are missed. Though with 53 super missiles, I imagine that they should be able to get through it pretty easily.
All luck trying to get that sub skip.
Yeah. All right, Pensnick dropping down into Ganon. Also, Buttersword, Red Mail, everybody pretty much had the same gear hopping into Ganon. Oh, Commodore was only on blue. Red Mail. Oh gosh, Pensneck down to 1 heart. Yikes.
What is Ovak doing?
He's gonna go missile refill and possibly energy refill if he's gonna do stand-up glitch. Yeah, that would have been pretty close with ammo if he had kept going. You need 60 super missiles. Oh no, Pensnick just barely misses the torch glitch. Oh, I guess he missed out already once. Never mind. 1G in chat for Pensnick. Alright, and then on to Mother Brain for Pensnick. With Charge Beam, he will have a little bit less to worry about with the Mother Brain fights. Ammo is not going to be a concern. but also with Ovek now here with full ammo, 52 supers, definitely enough to finish this up. All right, on to phase 3 for Avak Jam. Pensnick just getting to the Torian elevator. Ooh. Avak Jam's health. Okay, I can breathe.
Yeah, he could have got killed by that shot.
Yeah, that's a little scary for me. I mean, the reserves would have kicked in, and I think he probably would have been okay. But I think it's better safe than sorry.
Alright, Miss Metroid, more enthusiasm this time.
I don't... Okay.
Alright, chat. Countdown when I say 1, spam laser mode.
Alright, Pensnick, having made it through all of the Metroids, going to be going over to the baby Metroid area. Could possibly see our first baby skip. He's turning off... Alright, so if he's turning off stuff, he's just going to make the drain go faster. High jump bootsless baby skip. Is that how you would say that? It's not super fun to do.
3, 2, 1. Laser mode.
Laser mode.
There we go.
There, I said it in chat too.
Thank you, D7.
Mazer load. Just kidding. Alright, Ovek down, finishing up with Mother Brain. Just the escape sequence. We'll see if we have 2 back-to-back animal savers or if we will save the frames. Pensnick following shortly behind. Looks to have nearly similar, a couple more missile packs than Avek Jam had, but again, with the charge beam, ammo's not going to be a concern for Pensnick.
He doesn't have 60 super missiles. But again, you said that was not going to be a concern.
Yep. Oh, turn your screw attack back on. There you go. That will help a lot with some of these space pirates here. Oh, but Avek Jam having the same issue that I had the other day, but he's much better at wall jumps than me, so he's, I think, going to get out just fine. some of the lag and input delay from emulators in this room when you have no high jump boots. The explosions, the Space Pirate sprites, Samus, and the screw attack, everything kind of makes the room lag a lot.
Yeah, but the explosions don't hurt you, right? They just
No.
cause
Yeah.
you.
And can cause a little bit of lag on the screen.
And doesn't the
Oh, no.
screen like rotate left to right?
What?
Doesn't the screen rotate like left to right at angles?
I just mean like it lags the emulator overall. Oh no, he didn't get the down press. Oh, he's still going for it. Can you get the short charge? Gotta double tap. Nah. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go for it now. Alright, pants neck on to Mother Brain. He did empty his reserves early, so I'm wondering if he may actually be going for the stand-up glitch. We will see. Alright, Commodore letting us know that green pendant turn-in was a red ruby and pedestal is just couch cash. So, we have no idea where Book may have been. High jump. Oh, we got Book. That's right. Did you check Ether and Babos tablets? Them pesky tablets. Second animal save of the day. 36 seconds, though. Pants neck with the stand-up glitch. Ooh, oh, careful. Okay, that's enough. No. Oh, that really scared me. Oh no, he's still.
Ouch! Ouch!
He didn't take enough damage before Mother Brain started the charge. So I think that, yeah, I think it was just it was a good try. And he saved right before Mother Brain, so he doesn't have to do too much backtracking. But Avec Jam does complete in second place with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 34 minutes, and 7 seconds. Also getting an improved personal best by 34 minutes and 50 seconds. So that's huge. Really well done for Avec Jam as well. Pants neck getting the cool clip where you can stand in the glass. I really like that. And we are joined by Avec Jam. GG and welcome.
Thanks.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I should have gone to church.
Yeah, you could be thinking about Cathedral for the rest of the day, I'm sure.
I don't know how I missed that.
I mean, you did go through Cathedral early, and I was surprised that you didn't check the lava location, but...
Yeah, me too. Ow.
But you did give us a good Shack Tool check and a Plasma Beam location, so I think we appreciated that overall. I think that if you had gotten flippers when you first went through Cathedral, you probably would have had first, but
Yeah.
Commodore was doing pretty good too, so...
Yeah, if I found those flippers earlier, I could have cut out a ton of locations and it might have actually been like a closer, but, you know, oh well.
Yeah, still GG's though. It was very well done. And a PB by 35 minutes is huge, so GG on that as well.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a race PB for sure. Then again, like, you know, I think this is my
PBs and stuff.
fourth race. No, that's a total PB too.
Oh, nice.
I don't race this very often. I do play it somewhat often. Not that often though, I guess. It takes so long. That's the only thing.
Well, while you were on the hunt for the flippers and thus leading to Hammer, Pansneck was on the hunt for Ice Rod. I don't think that he checked the Upper Norfair Green Gate when he originally went into Norfair. So he went through and did quite a few of the same checks as you. He did Swamp Palace quite early because he did get flippers and Hammer, but was still hunting for that Ice Rod before being able to go in and clear out Turtle Rock. So
Wow, okay, yeah, so that Croc escape thing is just something I've been checking. Things land there somehow. Croc is just hiding items, I guess.
yeah. And the other thing is that even just to check that Green Gate item is super quick. Even with the heat room and everything going on, it doesn't take very long just to dip in real quick.
No.
We did get to. Oh, I guess we didn't check Waterway. We were wondering a couple things like high jump boots and a couple other location items that we were kind of like, well, what if it's here? Commodore has gone through and checked quite a few things. They cleared out Pod, Misery Mire, and Eastern. They found the tablet was just couch cache. We were like, what if Fire Rod's on tablet or on pedestal?
Could have been. Could it have been?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could
Fire
have been.
Rod could have been. Yep. So we were like, pedestal? Maybe?
Dream. The dream.
Yeah,
But
Shock
no,
Tool
no.
Pet Aga. Someday it'll happen, I'm sure.
Someday, and once we get customization tools, I'm sure it'll happen a lot more often.
Yeah. All right, Pansneck finishing up with Mother Brain, just going through the escape sequence. We'll have to see if we get a 3 out of 3 animal save today.
What one at GDQ? I wasn't even paying attention.
I'm sorry?
Which one won for the crossover this morning?
Oh, between I was asleep, so I have no idea. It was Andy and Oates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check that. Is anybody in chat know? Oh, it was a co-op?
It was a co-op, yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, it was a 2-player. Andy took the Link to the Past, and Oates did the Super Metroid.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, their movement's a fair bit better than mine
And mine.
people's.
Andy got trolled by Boots.
Yes,
Link says.
That was quite amazing. I did watch it. I just don't remember which one won because I couldn't watch the end.
Well, if they were working together, then what do you mean by which one won? Like the fastest time in either game? Was that the
No. It wasn't a competition. I just mean which kill or save won. It's a thing.
Oh. Yeah, I had no idea about that. Let's
Kill
one.
one. That makes sense. Most people prefer to kill. Well, most speedrunners prefer to kill, and most nice people prefer to save. I actually didn't realize how long it actually. I thought it was like a kill was like 2 or 3 seconds. Now it's like 5 or 10. It's like a good 30 seconds to a minute. So I don't understand why in our attempts to troll speedrunners we don't always pick save, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if kill wins, because so long as the donations get made and it all goes to charity and good things like that. So.
Oh yeah, that's what it's really about.
Yes.
Besides, we all know that they get saved. Duh.
Yeah, I mean, we see it. They have an escape pod somewhere. All right, 3 out of 3 animal saves. How exciting.
That's just because all the regulars aren't here this week.
Yeah, that's true. It was really funny because Commodore waited until all of the animals left the room before they left, and the last little Edikun was walking slowly through the room and then stood up and put its hands on its hips right next to Samus, and I was like, oh, he came over to say thanks, and then he ran off. It was the perfect cute little clip. All right, and Pansnick finishing out the race, third place with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 41 minutes, and 40 seconds. We will see if we can get him in to interview with us as well.
Congrats, Ovak.
Thanks, Squall. Or was that Pinsnack? I am not paying attention.
Oh, that was me. That's Squall.
That was Squall. Okay.
Welcome, Pansnick. GG.
Were you tired today, Pansnick?
Hey, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, for some reason. Oh, you know what it was? Push to talk wasn't work.
Oops.
Oh. There we go.
Well, welcome and GG. Very good job.
I felt like there was so much of that I could have improved on. It's just like I was kind of all over the place with my routing there, if you didn't tell. That blasted hammer was like the bane of my existence. It's like, okay, I need flippers. Where the hell are flippers? Oh, it's right here in Norfair.
I hear you there, Pinsnack. Oh my god. I forgot to check Cathedral. Try that.
I will say it felt pretty lucky with like the starting items I was getting so far, because I kind of went out of the way by going to like the top of Red Mountain for a second, and it's like, oh, gravity suit's here.
Yeah, Pansnick was the first to find gravity suit, and I actually missed it on the restream. I just noticed that his suit was purple, and I was like, whoa, wait! Avik Jam was the first to find Bo through the fake flipper early, but it was just a matter of those flippers, and Commodore being the first one to find that definitely made their routing overall a lot more seamless.
Yeah. So it's kind of a shame that like the two main dungeons that would have benefited from getting Bo the most are just pendant dungeons.
Yeah, exactly. And Commodore actually has gone through just in chat and cleared through Pod. They finished out Misery Mire, just looking for additional items. Pedestal is a couch cache. We were hoping to find high jump boots just because we like to be curious. What was there? Oh yeah, Ovik Jam. You didn't get charged.
No, I never get charged. I don't know. Charge and I don't like each other, I guess. Where was Charge?
At the secret passageway just to the side of Uncle. Very early.
Oh, I never did do that, did I?
No. You went to the Zelda escape area, but never went to Uncle.
I'm rather curious now. I see that Commodore and Ovak Jam both found Ether. Where was that?
I don't remember.
Crocomire, yeah.
Oh, it was at
behind
Croc.
Crocomire.
Yeah.
It was at the grapple beam location. You didn't go all the way through that, which was good because you would have spent just a little bit more time to check that before getting the ice rod and hitting your go mode. So
I wanted just to skip Crocomire, but then it was like, okay, no, I don't want to make Crocomire feel left out of this. I'll pay them.
Yeah, it was really cool to see the single plasma charge shot just finish off Crocomire. I always like to see that in these races.
And if you saw there near the end, I was trying to set up for a stand-up glitch, and I don't know what happened. I was low enough health, but Mother Brain charged up the beam anyway, and I died.
Yeah, I think you, as soon as you stand up, you have to run and take that damage right away before she starts the actual hypercharge. Otherwise, she's still just going to go through and completely finish off the beam to you. So I think it was just a little bit of a pause or delay before you started taking the damage. And I think you had just a little bit extra health that it took you one or two more runs into her before your health dropped low enough to allow for the stand-up damage to click in.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
Given my time, I guess I was just a few minutes behind Avak Jam, but
yep,
I did the most important thing here. I saved the animals.
Everybody saved the animals, so GG to all of you.
Wait, everyone did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What do you think we are, Super Metroid speedrunners?
well, yeah. I will say
Well-
this much: I am proud that I finally broke past the 4-hour mark at the very least. So this is by all means my personal best here.
Yeah, this was a really nice seed, except for that troll item on both of our accounts, which wouldn't have been a troll item had we screwed our heads on straight, I guess.
You guys need to do toasty strats and speed wall jump.
Yeah, see, I was trying to do that with like the little critter area, but for some reason it was just my jumps were not registering. So like I'd go to wall jump and the game's like, "Oh no, you want to fall down? Okay."
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, something's wrong.
I normally don't have trouble with wall jumps, but for some reason that particular moment I just couldn't wall jump for the life of me.
Wall jumps are tricky.
Yeah, I can't wall jump to save my or Samus's life.
Who did the bombing in the room with all the arrow bricks?
The bombing what?
The room with all the arrow bricks where you can it's the three and they're
Oh,
separated by-
Commodore. Yeah, when Commodore was checking the wreck ship reserve, instead of using spring ball, they were bombing up between all of those little blocks that you can usually speed charge through, but they were using bombs instead of spring ball. So we were kind of like, spring ball.
Yeah, I made good use of the spring ball. Well, that was kind of annoying when I was trying to get into that that upper part of the sand pit, because my jump was just shy of making that ledge.
Yeah, you almost got it one time with the bomb, the morph bomb, and I was like, oh, so close.
But I was like, okay, new plan. I'm gonna wall jump and then do a midair morph into the hole, and that worked.
Yep, that's the Alcatraz strat's usually the best way to do that. Well,
So
I'm gonna let Squall kind of ask some questions and go over things because I've kind of taken over the interview here. If he has any questions, or
that's fine.
comments.
I really have nothing. Just a good game.
Did you have any like personal struggles off of jam?
I didn't go to church.
Yeah, what
On a Sunday.
what was the hardest part for you guys?
The hardest part was me thinking, oh, there's a very early spring ball. I'm gonna have to do that dumb spring ball moat jump that we all hate. So I was like, all right, there's gonna be something in Wreck Ship now because of that dumb spring ball moat jump that we all hate.
Well, you were
So
right.
Yeah.
A couple good things there.
For me, it was just getting the hammer, because as soon as I saw it on the island, I'm just like, oh no. It's like, okay, now I gotta find Flippers. Only question is, where the heck is Flippers? And my pathing was just all over the place, because my mind was like, okay, I can go here, I can go here, I can go here. And I wasn't really thinking efficiently. I was just like, okay, I need to cover all these areas at once. Just very chaotic.
Do you guys plan on participating in future runs?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll certainly give it another shot. Don't expect me to be any faster, though.
How about that hard mode tomorrow? Eh? Eh?
Oh,
No.
no, thank you. I'm nowhere near good enough to do hard mode just yet.
Actually, hard is one of those tricky things where it's like, well, yeah, probably will be able to complete it, but you might not. And that's
Like,
that might.
I can't even do short charges.
You mean like stutter step tap charges?
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, those are hard.
My concern with doing hard mode is anything suitless, because I'm just, especially in Meridia, Like, no. Ugh.
Yeah, I saw the Commodore saying like Cape was at Bubble Mountain. I saw that too, and I was just like, I don't need it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure most of you already checked Bumper Ledge at that time, so you probably wouldn't have worried about picking it up for that.
Yeah, like I checked Bumper Ledge early while I was going off to check the graveyard.
Yep.
So are there any other streams after this one?
We do have, of course, the Link to the Past Fall tournament going on. There is one that's starting in this channel in about 29 minutes. So if you guys want to stick around, there's one currently going on Speed Gaming 2. There's one currently going on Speed Gaming 4. The Open Weekly is going on Speed Gaming 5. There's a bunch of Link to the Past randomizer going on right now. And there will be for the next foreseeable futures. We have both the secondary Link to the Past randomizer tournament and the fall tournament going on. So check the Speed Gaming schedule for anything that's coming up. Then, of course, tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. we have the hard logic of the Super Metroid Link to the Past combo weekly race as well.
Have you guys ever found a cane in the library before?
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. It's like, okay, I'm jotting this down for later.
I saw the cane in the library, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I didn't roll the same seed.
Yeah, from the GDQ run, right?
Well, I mean, I have theories about that, so...
I mean, there is something called the predictive RNG, that PRNG seeds are generated around the same time. Some item locations are in the same places occasionally. That's why generally, like through the 2v2 co-op tournament, we had a couple people generate seeds in the morning for evening seeds, and then somebody else would generate one later that night for a later seed or something, just to make sure that we didn't have a bunch of the same item locations coming up. But it's hard when you have all those algorithms and they kind of run at the same time that the generation of numbers just tends to match up.
Yeah.
Yeah, computers are hard.
Routing is hard.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are good to go, then I think we'll just call it quits here and give everybody a break, or let them hop over to any other races that they're interested in watching. Stick around here on this channel if you want to watch the fall tournament race coming up as well.
Meanwhile, I need to stretch my legs.
Yeah, I agree. Take a break before I have my own race in 2 hours, so...
Ooh, good luck.
Thank you.
Alright,
Yep.
and GG Pensnack, GG Commodore.
And thanks to you two for commentating as well.
Of course.
Thanks, Ms. Metroid. Thanks, Squall. Thanks, Link Force, for tracking.
And thanks to you guys for running. Make sure you guys pop over to their channels and give them a follow if you enjoyed watching them race today. Also, thank you, Squall, for joining me with commentary again today. It was a fun time as usual.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys around another time for another race, or tomorrow evening for the hard logic race. So have a great afternoon.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye.